Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Oh. Okay, there we go. To some more Pathfinder Kingmaker. Last time, we killed the Stag Lord. So now we apparently just have to go back to Oleg's, I think, to get, you know. Oh, we still have like 2 months. We probably skipped a whole bunch. I thought we were getting kind of close. I wasn't sure. So yeah, we have to go back to Oleg to finish that off. Apparently Amiri still has another part to hers. Guess we could spend some extra time then roaming the land to try and see if there's any, like, side stuff we can do. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Wonder, oh. The other way, I had like a whole bunch of freaking, like zombies. I wonder what's over in this road. Wait.
In due time.
Where's everybody going?
That is not far.
Okay, it doesn't look like there was a secret passage over this way. Oh, damn it, we're overloaded now, aren't we? Oh, hey. Plus 1 stud of leather. Oh yeah, and I did divvy up some of the loot from last time. Why are all these ones like all the way over on the side like that? There were a lot of guys here, weren't there? Oh, now we're at the zombies. Okay, that's all of them. Probably have a nice rest.
Lindsay, do you have a spare shirt? Mine is just holes after yesterday's brawl.
Is that what we're calling it?
I think it'll be too short for you. It would be funny to see, but it wouldn't be comfortable for you.
Oh? Having reached the edge of the milky white blanket, we stopped. I have never seen a denser, thicker fog in all my life. Stretching my hand forward, I could hardly see the outlines of my fingers. If my arms were as long as my companions, I don't think I'd even see my elbows. We exchanged hesitant looks. It would be impossible to find one's way through the haze. Detect magic? Change a hesitant look, it would be impossible to find. It was clear the goon was of a natural origin, but who or what could have spawned such a thing? Fire colored the fog in homely warm tones. This did not improve visibility. Well, soon the air became so damp it was hard to breathe, and we were soaking wet in the blink of an eye. Each step our eyes told us less and less until we found we were completely blind. It was positively impossible to continue this way. After a roll call, having made sure all of us were in place, we tried to turn around and walk the opposite direction. Alas, we may as well have had our eyes closed, stumbling and cursing anything and everything. We strayed for half the day. It was only by sheer luck that we managed to come clear for that place. Exactly in the spot we started out from. Tired, wet, and hungry, we swore that there was nothing that would make us walk back into that haze.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh.
Resting would be
Okay, so we're not allowed to go here. Oh, we just freaking rested. It's because we're freaking heavily encumbered, isn't it? Yeah, now we're exhausted, great.
I don't understand you. I'm sorry. How can you live without faith at all?
You said yourself that everything in this world is pointless. Do you think faith is an exception?
Oh yeah, probably should actually talk about, see, we got this cape from the Stag Lord. It basically like a cloak of resistance, except it also gives cold resist, so that's nice. Oh yeah, that's the nymph's gift. I gave myself the belt of constitution. We also have boots of elvenkind, which gives us +5 bonus to our mobility checks. Lord knows I seem to whirl the worst out of everybody, so... And this is his armor. Holy crap, that's actually really good. Actually, kind of tempted to just like throw that on myself for now, because good god. Charm much more, but oh yeah. That's the thing he tried to use to summon his dark god of whatever that is. So a chain shirt. Let's see. Oh, he already has one of those. I should probably, there we go, actually rearrange things. God, we're not allowed to, like, we'd have to ditch a hell of a lot of weight if we were going to actually get under heavy. Oh. Wolf from Silence Pack? Are we supposed to know who Silent is? Alrighty.
This is for you!
We will prevail!
Won't kill me!
Let's see. She keeps going, getting like tripped or something. No meat. Oh no. This is gonna be a full dungeon, isn't it?
In due time.
Really? There's no exit over there? Alright, then we'll set up a stash. Yeah, most of our weapons really aren't that heavy, honestly. Although my treasure collection is getting freaking huge.
To arms!
Ah, 38 HP, holy crap. That's one dead wolf.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Enemy approaching.
This time it's a Reem that's getting focused instead of a Miri.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
What are you guys doing? There we go.
Repent! Ow!
Ow!
Yes!
Get me, Gorum!
They all made their freaking reflex saves. Whoa, what? Where'd you three come from?
Let us strike as one!
No. What? Okay, what is this stupid ass formation? Okay, what are they doing to knock us down? Combat maneuver trip, that's what they're doing. Oh, that's the alpha, okay. only that one's still up. Okay, good. Amiri has joined in over there.
Protect me, please. What a miserable last chapter.
You really just have to miss that. Or I should have done this earlier.
Last chapter.
God damn it!
This should do it.
I didn't. Oh, it didn't bring her above negative HP.
A calculated risk.
None of us can hit this stupid wolf. Okay, there we go. Finally.
Yes.
No treasure.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
Holy crap, a magic scythe. I guess this was at least a short area. Oh no. We gotta wait for everyone to make it through the grease. Grab our shit. Oh no, wait, that's right. The exit is down here. Aren't we? Good God, we're only level 4. Kinda makes our win against the freaking Stag Lord kind of amazing. Dude was level 8 and was surrounded by level 6s.
I need to catch my breath.
We should gather our strength.
Oh God.
Mary,
Yeah, this is gonna get annoying.
you must understand that death is inevitable, and eventually you will have to face it.
Are you going to babble on about Brodus again? Do you see that rock? Go and hit your head on it, or I will.
Yeah. Hey, Link, how you doing? Oh god.
My strength fades.
We should gather our strength.
And everyone's tired again.
Do you think I should cut my hair even shorter?
I think you'll look great with any haircut. Even if you shaved your head bald. Maybe we should try that.
You should have seen the end of last stream when I was fighting the Stag Lord. My god, that one took a while.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Valerie, why are you so mean? There's got to be something in this world that you like.
I like it when you stay silent. If there's anything beautiful in this world, it's silence.
Okay then. I think there's a better way to phrase that than I beat my niece.
Running won't help you!
Ooh, oh god. No, no. I'm not sure what's casting here. Just a couple spears there.
All according to plan. We will be victorious.
What's that? No, it's a DC 12. Oh god. I failed it, of course, by rolling a 5. I'm just that talented, aren't I?
I've been taught
Hey,
that
masterwork.
when it annoys you, you either pray or polish your armor. It is why my armor gleams as it does.
Hey, another resistance cloak. Oh, we've reached the edge of the map. Alright.
Follow my lead.
I have so much shit to sell back at the trading post.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh no, wait. We're just there. We shouldn't have to worry. No, I think if we talk to... Oh, no, wait. Nope, here we go. Okay, so we do need a train post touches you on the shoulder. Rion, can I talk to you? After the Staglers defeated, you rightfully own the stolen lands. Demandi Aldori will endorse you and grant you the Baron's title. Girl looks at you with interest in the girl. Should you say the woman? What will you do when you sit on the throne, Rio? Please don't say you haven't thought about it. Well, to do all that matters, that'll be what I'll be getting. As I didn't expect any other answer from you. You are a noble person, Rion Bahu, and I'm glad to... Well, okay. I guess that means she likes us.
In due time.
Alright, we got a hell of a lot of shit to sell. Actually, I think those might be better than the clubs they already have on them. Just I think they only have base... Well, I think Valerie only has a basic club. I gave the +1 club to Amiri. Not sure who would really use this on our team. Oh yeah, here's the Stag Lord's bow. This +1 composite longbow grants its wielder the ability to cast this aspect of the Falcon spell 3 times per day, as a first level druid for 1 minute each time. When the wielder assumes the aspect of the Falcon, they gain +3 competence bonus on perception skill checks, a +1 competence bonus on attack rolls with ranged weapons, and the critical modifier for their bows and crossbows becomes 19 to 20/x3. This effect does not stack with any other effect that improves the critical range of a weapon. It gives like a 5% bigger chance to crit. I want to keep... I think we want to keep leather armor. Well, at least until we start getting some frickin' +1 leather armor. Oh yeah, the Stag's Lord's helmet. Helmet focuses wearer's attention on the weak point of enemies, giving +1 insight bonus to attack rolls against flat-footed and flanked targets. It's like, it's nice, but it's also one of those kind of things where it's like, it's just so ugly though. Don't know who I'd really want to have wear something like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to read the new books we found. Oh, maybe we've read that one before. Legend of the Pathfinder, huh? Yeah, that's the one that we want to keep around for whenever we run into an antiquities dealer, apparently. Oh. Oh, we don't need that anymore. I want to keep the diamond dust, though. Okay, I think that's food. No, that's for merchants. Oh yeah, that's the note we found on that druid dude back in the Stag Lord's base. He calls to her again, his queen. He drinks, he calls to her. He drinks again. I have no idea who she is. Can't even tell if she exists outside of his own drunken vision. But I know he'll call to her, and then he'll crash around angrily yelling that she didn't come. Then he'll come for me. I obey the rules, I do as he says, I keep silent until he allows me to speak, but he still beats me every time he drinks and rages. He said he'll burn my hands in acid next time. Will I still be able to write? Well... Whoa, that ruby's worth a lot. They weigh 0 pounds. That kind of implies that it's like a quest item, doesn't it? Man, we got 12 grand now. Maybe time we actually pick up cure moderate wound potions instead of just minor or light wounds. And you, dang it. Pretty sure these are like they mentioned the antiquity collector paying for these, so yeah, man, that's a lot of them I sold. Crap. And we got some better healing items. He only has a flail? I could have sworn I had something on him that was better than just that. Oh crap. So we'll give her cloak 2. I guess we can give creepy serial killer lady a new scythe. That's better than his old one, I'd say. I guess he can take the +1 chain shirt then. I didn't realize she was wearing heavy armor. Holy crap. Oh, no, wait, medium armor. Never mind. Now that I think about it, we go out exploring a bit more. Just drop all of this stuff we aren't actually going to be using. Do wish I could like have Lindsay use that composite longbow. Oh wait, that's rice. There we go. Most of our random stuff dropped. Oh wait, she already has one. Who doesn't have a... Oops. I've got one. She does not. He doesn't. Guess we give this to Harim. Now we're down to only 200 pounds for our weight limit. Yeah, we have about 2 months left to explore the area before we're required to move on. Actually, should probably rest up.
That is not far.
Alright, let's see about complete. Ah.
To the dust you will go.
Oh, it's the frickin' hyenas again. These guys aren't exactly difficult to kill. Whoops. Ooh, hello. Oh, we have some... That's a dead orc and a bunch of dead kobolds. It's a +1 scimitar. Wand of Grease! Oh, we all know how much I love casting the Grease spell. Petrified egg?
As it should be.
No one's gonna comment on all the corpses? Oh. Well, shit! Okay. $63 HP. Oh, it's got 2 attacks. Page up, Okay, that one's surprisingly well. Hey, we could skin it. It's freaking pelt weighs 10 pounds. Dude, what is it? Belt of incredible dexterity. Nice. I swear Amiri hits like such a freaking freight train now. Then again, she is a barbarian. Yeah, I'm trading out the Constitution belt for the Dex belt. Very nice. I'm gonna add an 18 for dexterity. We'll give her the con belt since, well, she is our tank. Don't see anything else in the area. Alright. Yeah, this is why I felt like we should probably try to explore as much of the map as possible before we go into the next phase of the game.
I need to catch my breath.
I tire.
Oh, fine, you pansies.
Sometimes I think all your gloom and fatalism is just a mask. And underneath it all, you're just scared. You're simply afraid to live.
I am not afraid to live, Octavia, but I am also not afraid to die. That is the great gift of Grotus. The unfairness and cruelty of this world don't make me sad anymore, because I know sooner or later we all will die.
Lovely dinner conversation. We can't claim it until this land is my land. Oop. Yeah, we miss a whole lot of stuff. Whoa! Holy shit. I hope that sucker's alone.
All according to plan.
You can count on me.
I am yours to command.
Draws near.
No mistakes.
Anything is possible. You deserved it.
Our victory is certain.
Reduce? Oh. You don't know what kind of damage reduction it has. God damn it. Yeah. I don't have access to level 2 spells yet, so, damn it. She keeps missing her attack spells. God, I wish I had precise shot. Really should have tried aiming for that sooner. Mary still does amazing work, and oh god. Oh! Okay, we got it, eventually. I guess that's another location we can actually... As everyone starts tripping. 3 scrolls to remove blindness, lesser restoration. God, could you imagine if we ran into this fight earlier? Yeah, we really can't go that way. That was a level 8 elemental we just killed. We probably could have shown up here at like level 2. Whoa, whoa, wait. Okay. For a second I was like, is this place actually bigger? Is there gonna be another one? Yeah, that's right. We also need to go back here. Because we killed the Stag Lord for the undead dude here.
In due time.
Stag Lord is dead. Pharasma waits farewell, Rion Bahu. Earth rumbles to the ground. That's just a short spear +1. I will admit I was semi-expecting it to be a +2 with,
See something.
Oop. Since we had to beat a boss. Well, we had to beat the whole, like, act boss to get his reward. Hey, we're 600 away from reaching level 5.
I need to catch my breath.
Listen, Harem, would you ever want to return to the Five Kings Mountains? To take up a hammer again? To feel the heat of the furnace?
Yeah, someone wasn't paying attention to my backstory.
I have found my path, and I'm not turning from it. The mountains are my home no more, even if someone would like to see me there.
Oh, now we're gonna run into Skaven.
That is not
I know that's
far.
Warhammer and not D&D, but still. Ain't that lovely?
My search was not in vain.
I did as you asked.
What's that?
Done and done.
Well, Octavia's luckier than I am. Oh god. There's a lot of spike traps around here.
I did as you asked.
What's the... Damn, it's DC 21.
You see that?
I did as you asked.
Hey, crap, she has a plus 14 to trickery? Hold up, how does she have that much? Oh, she has skill focus on it. Okay. That explains she gets an extra plus 3 because of that. Oh, whoa.
Now I'm embarrassed.
She rolled a frickin' 2. At least that ain't low enough to cause her to trip the trap.
In due time.
don't like surprises.
I did as you asked.
Oh, that's how we didn't actually... Well then. This was inevitable that we would fail at some point, right? It was inevitable.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
It pretty much is freaking Skaven. What's this? Worth ever whenever a rogue deals sneak it. Oh! Yeah, it's one of those. It's a level 8 rogue?
I can't keep this up much longer.
Got 76 HP?
Avenge me.
Lost.
Okay.
I'm wounded.
We're not allowed to run apparently. What the heck?
Was not part of
Yeah.
What a miserable
One of them's only level 2.
last chapter.
Interesting. Alrighty then. Alright, that doesn't... The body doesn't actually have anything on it.
I see something. Done and done.
My search was not in vain.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Rolled a 2 again.
This requires your attention.
I did as you asked.
What's that?
Done and done.
Oh, did we just trigger a freaking, like, alarm trap here? And that's why we get met with all the were-rats at the start?
I am prepared.
I'm listening.
Anything is possible.
What's the holdup?
Just letting the ink dry.
Ready for anything.
Put that down over there. Well, look who it is. We don't get more added problems.
Let us strike as one.
I didn't get the chance to have him buff up everybody yet. Unfortunately. Right, she's already casting Snowball.
I can't keep this up much longer.
It's displacement. Be about 2 feet away from its true location, and the creature benefits from 50% mischance if it had total concealment. Like actual total concealment, displacement does not prevent enemies from targeting the creature normally. True seeing reveals its true location and negates the mischance. Alright then. Yeah, that's the level 8 rogue right there. How have I not raged yet? Should probably turn off power attack then, since that does reduce your hit odds against somebody who is being very dodgy. He's healing.
Will be worse. There will be. Definitely will be.
Yeah, of course hitting you is gonna be a bitch, isn't it? How many goddamn bombs does that guy have?
Your life ebbs low.
It has 5 freaking attacks? That's an armor class of 20 freaking 4? No wonder we're having so many issues hitting. What the hell? Well, he did. And no one can hit this guy! Holy crap, she actually got a hit in. Oh, why didn't I try doing...
This won't help me. Survive. I always survive.
Oh, she died, so...
I always survive.
Lee, what a miserable
Good God.
chapter.
We must all have crazy deck saves too, now that I think about it. Usually... Oh, wait, what level was the alchemist? Can I get him with sleep? Because the splash damage is not exactly fun.
Grotus awaits us.
Time's not waiting.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Well,
I won't let you down.
Discussing that. Oh, I keep forgetting that we can do that.
Ready for anything.
Yeah, I have that option with Rion too.
don't hesitate.
Patience.
Done with waiting.
Divine favor. Do I have any potions to help us hit? Already enlarged. Have her pop that. Have her pop. Shield of Faith.
What's the holdup?
Enemy approaching.
think I see the rat. He's up there. That's the, yeah, that's a level 2. That one's level 8. Oh! That's freaking damage reduction silver. Okay. Good God, look at all those attacks it has. First reflex save plus 11. Yeah.
This should do it.
Okay, we're all trying to kill the freaking, well, level 2 one. Holy crap, she actually hit.
Consider me provoked.
Could be worse, and will be dead.
We cannot hit this goddamn were-rat! I don't think we have the right stuff for this fight. Remember the fact we have no silver. If we had silver weapons, we might stand a chance, but we don't. Seriously, that minus 10 on the damage is kind of huge. That route.
I need to catch my breath.
My strength fades.
Unbelievable. A war between kobolds and mice. You can't read about that in a book.
I guess you haven't spent much time in libraries. There is one Kadiran novel, on the whole rather frivolous, I must say, where kobolds and mites not only fight, but do a few other things as well.
Doesn't say what we rolled for the cooking thing there.
Need to catch my breath.
Okay, we got most of these areas mapped out.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Octavia, why do you always primp your hair, huh? Why the hell you need to? Where are you going to charm here? Trolls or something?
Everyone has their little weaknesses. I like to look pretty. I didn't get a chance to do it much in the slave camp.
What? Ah, random encounters. Probably just more of the freaking, Ooh, hey. Found arcane research material. Nice. I have a feeling knowing about this stuff will help us out once we have our kingdom.
I need to catch my breath.
Damn it, Octavia.
My strength fades.
And I like Boken. He reminds me of a bookseller I know. Cold and tart at first, but if he likes someone, it's forever.
Of course, one must make allowances for his age, but he'd be better off if he learned some manners.
Okay then. Oh. Yeah, another one of those. So we can't actually go that away.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
You have such a huge sword. How is it that you don't tire of swinging it, Mary?
You have such a busy tongue. How is it that you don't tire of wagging it? Hey, Harem?
Welcome to Barbarians. It's kind of their thing. Then getting pissed off. Whoa, what? Oh, we don't have either of those routes. We don't have the little bit there mapped out.
I need to catch my breath.
Actually, what
I'm hungry.
is to the south here?
Stop.
Harem.
Yeah, running around exploring a lot.
Looks are going to sour the soup.
Do you think soup can get better with a smile? If that were true, then next to you it would turn into a roast.
Oh, is it? Yep. Yeah, we can't go farther south there. The other big question is down here.
I need to catch my breath.
And we're stopped again.
Fades.
Oh, nice. We did find a new location. All right.
It's good that we met. Without you, there wouldn't be anyone to chat with around here.
Yes, you're big on chatting, but I'm glad of it too. My pointy ears are always at your disposal.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we finished that. We have about a month left.
In due time.
What for Gorum?
It's a matured leopard. Good God, it's got 125 HP. No.
Repent.
Oh God, it's got plus 13 reflex. Yeah, Grease ain't gonna help us here. Inspire courage.
Left yourself open.
Definitely will be.
Crap. Oh, I can actually cast that on other people. I thought that was like personal. Apparently not. So
Lost. Lost.
This spell's not supposed to work.
oh, it's dead. Okay, good. Oh. Oh, nice. This pelt isn't really worth much, though. Oh, we all failed our nature checks. He has 17. Only got over a freaking 10. Man, we're getting really close to 5. Oh, hey, magic composite short bow. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. Oh, okay. I do think we'd be allowed to, like, reach the Stag Lord's fortress, but I guess not. Okay, we got the area pretty much mapped out, so back we go.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh, don't worry, we're home. There we go. Where are you going, dude? I don't think... Whoops. I guess we don't have to tell her about, you know, Kessel dying.
Should be.
No. Or at least say hi to everyone before we go to the next section, just in case.
In due time.
Nope. Power's gone. We found his fortress and sent the villain to oblivion. I like to say you with respect bordering on admiration. Good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the stolen land rather than just surviving. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. They'll surely boost trade, but all the noise they'll bring with them. Yeah, it's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. Oh, okay, so we could have finished here before. Yeah. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restov. Our friends don't get to come along with us.
Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the stolen lands and return with the Stag Lord's head. But I knew you could handle it. Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the stolen lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler. But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Alrighty, Kasil, a young half-orc with impeccable poise, performs a textbook perfect bow.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
Oh, yes, let's go through it.
Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sertova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Eldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker. We, the Eldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back. But open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
And how long ago was that? A few years.
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sertova, the former kings of Issia. But their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sertova and Eldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood. But peace between us is also out of the question. Rostland
how do we fit into this?
Its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly. And the Sertovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Mager Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, The inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
So wait, one of the competitors who successfully completed Chamandi Aldori's task? But the task was just to kill the Stag Lord. We can't all succeed.
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere. Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius. Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
Ain't that how it always goes?
We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players. I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake. Of course, Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti. Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you. We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy. Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Okay. As we clip into each other there.
All according to plan.
Let's see. Man is obviously more comfortable on the battlefield than the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat. Oh, I think he's one of the DLC like side things, I think. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he wears doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face, and the dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail. With a few streaks of gray running through it, he greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Megavarn, the new ruler of Dunsword, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone can exterminate the whole gang of bandits with such a small team. Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Aldori needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team. If that wasn't clear, Varling Host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. It don't work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to help the place. And for that, a barony and a land to own. It was a dream job. Like it has Rich Gomes, Varn smirks. Like pheasants on a plate, I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. See that lad? Baron Drelev. He's not like us. Who knows what generation of Baron he is? Don't even shake my hand. You and me, we're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why the lows like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Alright, take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. Well, once you settled in, come pay us a visit. Oh, there's Jathel. I don't want to know about your kind of feast there, Jathel. Your wine's alright, nice and strong, but the appetite's barely a mouthful. Aye. You are not just celebrating, seems your new feast has given them new hope. Lander? Oh, that's a well-dressed young man of about 17 years old looks at you with a polite smile. So, you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's Gang, soon to be a baron? Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander, no last name, no title? Just say I'm here incognito under my circumstances. It's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely why I wanted to speak with you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of the Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baron with no connection could do well to have a friend like me. Travel the country in secret and without servants so I can see it for myself, not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary, Brevoy. Refuse, take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained the half-orc to swing a sword, I've been trained to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, both now and in the future, after I have a firm position in my family. Oh, no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting. You could say I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands, and the Lord Mayor was kind enough to invite me to his wonderful party. I traveled the country in secret without certain so I can see it for myself, not for... Oh. Okay, so... Okay. Feast and times at best was a ludicrous attempt to seek a reverie to digress from contemplating one's own insignificance. Oh, there's the Drello dude. And his gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath him. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Baron Hannes Drelev, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. You must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Lord Jormandi has granted you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations, my lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. In comparison to the bears, I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. Had a slightly bigger army, so Lord Jormandi wouldn't have simply given all the stolen lands to me. Last, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she has urgently to make barons. The likes of you and Vaughn. Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words, but let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration. Do you want so badly to measure merits? We can do so another time. Politeness must be deserved. Oh, you're gonna be fun, aren't you? Even deigned to reply, Baron Drello turned around and looked away. He doesn't even have a freaking portrait. What? Oh.
That is not far.
Oh, victory to freedom! Bottoms up, yes. Try the eclairs, they're delicious. A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grasps your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests in their festive clothes, he wears a simple robe. The luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Eristil made of solid gold. Oh, he's the sad guy. Get one. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Svankiki, High Priest of Eristil in Restov. Many people in Restov venerate Eristil. They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities, and Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There are also some more rare cults, but there's no denying that the Stag God is the largest congregation here, and no wonder. People here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. The charismatic priest mouth turned up in a faint smile. Nobles dress in silks and satin to stand out from the poor. A priest wears a simple robe to stand out from nobles. Oh, hey, X68, nice. This is a truly noble undertaking. I believe our community will be able to provide you with reasonable assistance. We'll help you construct a shrine in your capital, free of charge. Well, okay then. It'll still keep you. Oh, hey.
Will you drink with me? To beauty.
Sure.
It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you. As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Qadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire. I'm sure you
Sounds good to me.
gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Thank you with a cut. The tiefling girl steps back and disappears into the shadows between the columns. Oh, hey. Yep, this is Sir Tovale. He's discussing something with an unfamiliar lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You're not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Nothing good, I fear. The Aldori, our dearest friends, didn't seem to deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. They're preparing to separate from Bavoy and will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure a strike from Bavoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in the independent rest stop to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on it. Even that, really. Well, I mean, that sounds like a threat. Never, I simply wish to warn you in case you didn't fully realize the fate that awaits you and your barony. In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Bravoy, the noble houses. The Aldori won't dare to rebel, knowing that they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Bravoy avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing your low-born stepson, the green-skinned boy Casil. It's up to you, of course. I recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Murphy, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Bravoy's politics than a brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Natalia gives you a slight bow. I'd be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Bravoy. Think on it, do not make any hasty decisions. Okay, I guess that's everyone. I think about it. Probably should have, leveled up diplomacy and all that. This should be our last level, as... Yep, that gives us 4 level 2 spells. Yep, see? Next one, we'll be able to become an arcane trickster. Oh good, we also get a feat. Alright, so... I think for this level, I'll just toss it all into persuasion. We're probably gonna need that a bit more later, you know? Oh, I did get... Okay, good. So yeah, we can pick a precise shot. Let's see... I don't think anything new really pops up from this level. Now we can actually get some level 2 spells. Interesting. Oh, we really want... yeah, Scorching Ray. This one triggers off our sneak attacks. It'll be useful. A man with full sideburns look at you with interest through a golden eyeglass. Well, now if it isn't here the festivities, protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this all off quite cleverly, I confess. I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pitoxian wine against you. I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Outdoori have always been adept at finding new talent. So it would seem, I'm Yosef Selemius, Lord Bear of Restov. I rule this town and the adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. Brevois politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Rostland, the spirit of the northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course, may the gods prolong the life of His Highness, but here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life, especially important now after the certain events that I probably don't need to name. Now, Dory Sword Lords used to rule Rostland. They're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region. It's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose a Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considering not by their lineage, but by their own merits. Mayor Slimus gave you a patronizing smile. An aspiring politician needs to be well informed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling House Rogarvia. Can you imagine it? Old man Coral conquered our land 2 centuries ago. A shameless lie to say that nobody wishes royal house would just disappear into thin air. But once that exact thing happened, turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof, all over the country, every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It's a mystery, but a mystery pregnant with opportunity for everyone. I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, and the citizens are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rogarvia, more and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people are talking about the most shocking things. But those sort of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, you are somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for construction and spread out the costs on extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start in exchange. I would ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building service through Restov's Builders Guild. Do we have a deal? This seems kind of important, but... I mean, well, rule 1 of bargaining, you don't accept the offer right away. Okay, so we can't actually, like, barter.
I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings? My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he? Whatever you choose,
I'm trying to actually
argue. But of course.
We're not actually allowed to talk to him? I guess we're supposed to, well, I mean, Jamandi is fairly likable. She is the one responsible for us, you know, getting our barony and all that. So I guess that's why Casil is not allowed to try to endear himself to us compared to the other two. No, it's like, the big question is his proposition. I mean, no one else has really given us anything regarding that. And it would be a boon to us starting off. But the question is how, like... Well, also if we want to be... He is friendly with Jamandi, so as long as we stay in her good graces, we should be fine with him too. Oh, I thought it would say, restate the exact turns again. Okay, well.
So, how do you like our little gathering? Excellent. Stand here. Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Well, that was a sudden jump there.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Oh, hey, it's Keston. Welcome, Your Grace. Keston salutes you. You can see he's a bit anxious and seems he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I'm at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city, where it travels fast and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Restov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Outdoor, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. Stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Just hesitate a brief moment, then laughs. I'll make sure to show you the moment we enter the city. The tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work, and I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during your reception. I drank a little too much. It's a day for celebration. I don't remember him doing anything like that, but whatever. They're all somewhere around here, but never kept an eye on who went where exactly. I assume Tristian is with Jawed, and you can find Lindsay. And you can always find Lindsay, just follow the noise and turmoil. The old acquaintance Jawed is right here. Aristov's cleric normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. And the emissary from Brevoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit, a blind elf. Doesn't only knows how he managed to get here. He seems a peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd, so I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him. That's about it, I guess. So, Desna, also known as the Great Dreamer, Lady Luck, and Mother Moon. Goddess of dreams, luck, stars, and travelers. Whoops. Is among the most ancient of deities. While her peers burden themselves with the task of creating Gorlarian, she spent her time building the heaven. She knows that there would be plenty of time for her and her followers to explore the many wonders of the world later. She's changed little since those earlier days, and she and her followers delight in exploring the world. Must admit, never seen anything like that my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. People sense the moment, and today we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today's just one of those days. Follow me, Your Grace. No, we're not actually in control here. Greetings, Your Grace. We are, well, your new subject. We're selecting a site to build our house. Okay. It's wet near the lake and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw garbage at your neighbor's heads, though. Ouch. It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. You recognize this place, Your Grace? This is where the Stag Lord's fortress wall used to be. Now that it saved him in the end, huh? Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den to the heart of the town. Kinda wish there was a way to actually, like, I don't know, continue the dialogue after I finish reading it out, you know? You just gotta wait. The heart of every town is its main square. Plan to hold street festivities and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Greetings, Your Grace. You turn to the right from the square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. Tavern Ale is blessed by Caden Kalen himself, I swear. The lady who owns it is a gem. And a bear as tall as a troll, his hair pure gold and can breathe fire! Well, I mean, I could shoot fire. Oh, that's all nonsense, well, except for the part about breathing fire. All bears can breathe fire, trust me. Welcome, Your Grace, glad to serve you. Your Grace, these are our guards. They keep the order in the city, or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Commander, oh, that time it actually went really fast. Oh, hey, there's Harim. Here's the observation platform. Hope one day our capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. What in the world is this over here? Oh, something I can actually click on. Building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now. You're about to make the unyielding stone lands a prosperous kingdom. There's a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with the matters of national importance, found and build up the settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations from their subjects, promising alliances with other states, wealth for their treasury, and many other good things. Good luck in your rulings, Baron. So, now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. And he finished his speech. Kessin takes his thumbs under his belt and stands quietly. Greetings, Your Grace. Cassiel. Old Lady Jamandi's ward gives a polite bow. It's a pleasure to meet you at the Restov reception. On behalf of your allies and benefactors, the Aldori Sword Lords, I'd like to offer you some advice. Any effect community? Okay. Trade agreement with Sertova, agreements with Yosef, Selamius, as Valky's offer, pillage the Temple of the Elk, rebuild the Temple of the Elk, research into the nature of curses, Davik Nettle. Oh, alright. We have stuff that, you know, are like results of our other quests. Difficulty level of your barony anytime or set to automatic. If set to automatic, you won't have to deal with most government decisions. Be taken care of automatically, and your barony will never fail. However, this will also prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. Okay. You can solve most of your barony's problems by granting appointments to the right people. Responsible people. But certain state business will demand your personal attention, as will the visits of especially important guests. Reports of such outstanding events will be marked on your map. You can always check it when considering your plans. According to the ancient traditions of Brevoy and most of the River Kingdoms, rulers address affairs of state and receive visitors at the beginning of the month. My advice to you is maintain this tradition and regularly visit your capital when needed, so we need to be here at least once a month. First thing you should do as ruler is assign loyal people to all the important positions in your barony. Your clerics, Yod and Tristian, were the first to seek an audience. I won't distract you further, and I'll leave you to consider. Once again, my congratulations. May your rule be long and prosperous. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baron. I'm confident you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. To be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristian and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. Doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear, there's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. Ugh, I'm disgusted with whoever would do this. And now that there is new woe, Tricia and I believe the curse does not simply disperse on its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tricia and I visited the dreadful place and we felt the same putrescence at the Temple of the Elk. There is Bald Hilltop not far from here to the north of the capital. Its ground is entirely barren of life. The locals believe that the rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there back in ancient times. There's no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Tricia and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more, I swear by Aristil. I'd be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristian. We have been to that hilltop. It's barren, but filled with dense atmosphere of unease. What do you suggest then? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the Bald Hilltop and resolve this issue. So we have a month. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with you getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. Okay, then. It has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. There's follow population, loyalty, counselor, military, general, economy, treasurer, divine, high priest, relations, grand diplomat, stability, warden, magic, magister, culture, curator, and espionage minister. That's increased if your governance is successful and decreased if events don't end well or other negative factors are placed in your way. If only your barony stats drop to 0 or lower, this will cause your subjects to riot and your state will begin to crumble. Each stat has certain milestones or ranks within them. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. Rank 1 unlocks the corresponding advisor position for that stat. Further development of that stat and upgrades to its rank will be possible only if you have an advisor in the relevant position. Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the stolen land citizens into these advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away, some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment from them or rendering them some other service. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Open the advisor tab on the right side of the screen. Click an empty slot and select a character to appoint them as an advisor. Every barony stat gains a bonus from a specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is indicated in the upper right corner of the advisor's card. Only advisors may address the problems, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. Okay. No, we can't change the name of our barony. Our Bahamony. Oh, come on, I can't type. Oh wait, I guess maybe. Well, I just kind of like that. This is almost like Harmony too. It's our Bahamony Harmony Barony. Okay. And then Engineer's Curse has been lifted. It might be prudent to study it and be more prepared next time. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Advisors. Okay, so we have those two. The only counselor we can have is frickin' Tristian. General's the highest ranked officer in the army of the barony is responsible for watching the borders and protecting the realm. Dang it, I can't take a look at my characters. There's like, I mean, I don't think Amiri would make the best general. I mean, she's great in the fight and all that, but I don't know if she really wants to be the person making those kind of decisions. She really just wants to kill big things and eat. Because he'll always try to help those in need. He's hot-headed and direct. Amiri favors the direct approach, yep. Well, I guess you would probably make for a good, decent general, probably. Oh, we have no one for treasurer, apparently. Problems, but that's disrupting local traditions. Oh, it's because he has a high wisdom stat. Sure, Hareem. You too. Kind of feel like Octavia's whole hippie shtick would not really fit in well. I'm also pretty sure she wouldn't really want to rule too. So we'll have Valerie take that spot. Don't have a treasurer yet. Is the outskirts a part of your kingdom? Oh. Yes, that. It's like he has a very high stat for handling it. He has like, well, +1 more than Valerie does. Where do we see how much? Okay, we have 450 BP. All right. Oh shit, okay. I didn't realize that would automatically do that. A special regional condition. A quest or reach a certain rank in one of these stats. Collect sufficient BP for the client. Oh, what? It's time for you to increase its rank. We meet with your advisor. Discuss the future of the state. To do so, return to the cabinet and click the button on the event card in the throne room. Okay. Success. Our barony is bigger. Oh, we definitely need to handle this. And of course, while we're doing all the— oh, we are allowed to save, okay. Oh, so we can use those for a higher chance? Oh, we're not allowed to actually— oh. Okay, that makes it harder to game, doesn't it? We should probably— I mean, at the very least, we should try to fix that up, given the fact of what it does. Oh, it's one of the— yeah, dang it. Christian lowers his head. Greetings, Baron. I'm sorry to take you away from other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief, but many are still confused by the swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baron, nor what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all, or only of those of wealth and status? Let us reassure our people. Show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whom your shoulders your power truly rests. That's probably not the best option. For the common people, we will hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and the downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give the people. Not that important, but, well, I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the Fire King Mountain run through these lands. Don't know what happened to them or where they went. Forgiving time spares no one. But the road itself is still there. Possibly not only the road. Well, I have a request. If you find any dwarven ruins in the air, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Thank you, Rambahu. I will. Thank you. You might as well. Why not? Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently. I noticed old Boken just standing there, bored to death, nothing to do. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old crumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, as the locals need nothing more than simplest of healing potions. And it struck me, why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decoctions and tinctures would certainly prove most useful to you. Also might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchant. Alrighty. Spend 40 hours special. Okay. Well, he's busy, so. That's up the chance on that one. That one's really a coin flip. Oh, Harim can do that, but it... yeah. We don't have... Damn it, I don't have one of those, though. Oh, hey, Lycan. Okay, so we have the rank up options, too. Yeah, people who need some levels. Guess might as well make her one too. Oh, they can only reach 10 levels in Arcane Trickster. Interesting. Gives some option for some alternate levels, I suppose. Very nice. She gets to be our like preview into what I'm going to become soon. Holy crap, she has a lot of points. Let's see. We'll keep leveling up those for her. Yeah, we don't really need that because I'm focusing on that. She could go stealth, I guess. Well, it looks like she might as well just be our knowledge arcana character here. Let's give her stealth then. Oh, good. We can give her precise shot here. Nice. It'll definitely help. Yeah, she can pick up a new spell. Yeah, she can get intelligence, wisdom. Dexterity is usually a good one to get. So how does web work? It's basically grease. So maybe a bit, maybe it has like a higher DC or something. Oh, yeah, these are the ones that she like took as her bad class, as it were. No protection from arrows. Oh, and these are transmutation, which is her specialist. Let's at least grab Cat's Grace. Cat's Grace is usually pretty good. Web. I think because it's also her specialty school, she has a higher chance, like a higher, like, what do I call that? Challenge rating to them that people have to overcome in order to actually, like, resist, etc. Actually, weapon focus wouldn't be a bad idea. There's certainly quite a few options here. He seems to like flails. So why not? No new spells for him? Then oh wait, that's right, he's a priest. He gets access to all different spell types. He just has to, like, actually decide what he's going to be doing with his. Like, we have to tell him what to memorize for the night. Where is Persuasion a frickin' barbarian class skill? Probably gonna be a great sword wielder. My god, we have so many weapon types. What's she got here? Oh, it increases the bonus she gives for Inspired Courage. Very nice indeed. Yeah, she needs to start going down this line so that she can actually she can hit people in melee, or enemies in melee, I should say. You don't want her hitting us. Heroism might be a nice one. Or hold person. Ooh, hold person would probably be good. I had to notice going for, like, how do I put it? Things that do more than just deal damage is pretty useful. Oh hey, she can finally use Tower Shield without taking the negative from negative to attack because of it. That might actually be nice for her since she's our tank. Shield focus would actually be pretty good for her. And of course she doesn't really... Wait. Oh, it's because she already has an exotic weapon for efficiency. Yeah, she doesn't need meta magic. I don't think this actually works for tower shields. Oh yeah, Tricia, we haven't really seen much of you. And of course, he's another cleric. He's an alternate option to Harim. Of course, he's got the good domain. Such character is a standard action, granting a sacred bonus on attack rolls, skill checks, ability checks, and saving throws equal to half your level in the class that gave you access to this domain. It's for 1 round, okay. Interesting. You can make holy weapons with him. He also gets protection from evil. Protection from evil communal. For a second there, I read protection from evil twice there and just stopped. Prayer, force repentance, burst of glory, summon monster 6. Holy word, holy aura, summon monster 9. Oh my. He's also healing domain. Your touch stays off pain. You can touch a living creature as a standard action, healing it for 1d4 points of damage plus 1 for every 2 levels you possess. Alright. You can only use this ability on a creature that's below 0 hit points. You can use this ability a number of times per day equal to 3 plus your wisdom modifier. At 6th level, all of your cure spells are treated as if they are empowered, increasing... Damn! I will admit, kinda want to go with that because, I mean, you guys have seen how much I've needed to heal with Harim. Okay. Ecclesiastes the Thurge. Oh yeah, that's his deity. Okay, those ones we already know. There's his channel positive energy, of course. Number of dice of his channel energy. Okay, so like the 1d6 for channel positive energy, or 2d6. Yeah, he would be at. So you would use up a channel energy in order to basically up it by 3 turns, I guess, for his blessing of the faithful. And imagine. Oh, he did take extra channel. And you channel positive energy to heal the living, or channel a negative energy to heal the undead. You do not affect enemies. Channel positive energy to damage undead, or channel to... Okay, you do not affect allies if you try to harm. Okay, yeah, that's probably a nice one. Oh, so he also has an ability that lets him double his buff duration. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. So, like, if you wanted to do this with a level 1 spell, you would need to use up a level 2 spell slot. Oh, nice. He's just made to give him this little bonus to his wisdom. May want that, though. Oh, we need that's another one. Honestly, just gave him the 1 point so that he can actually try to use wands, you know? Is weapon focus really good? I'm not even entirely certain what weapon type he would like. I guess cross? Oh, he isn't tanky, I just realized. He's not allowed to wear armor like Harim is, so he would probably want something like a bow. Oh yeah, that's right. I think... Wait. He already has, like... Oh, I guess you can just take it multiple times if you want. We'll give him more health. What kind of option? Oh, okay. Fairly standard, although... admittedly, I'm not entirely certain about his spell list. What was his... With club, dagger, crossbow, light crossbow. Probably would need to go with light crossbow for him to have... to help him out. Damn it, I really wish I could just take a look at it. Actually... There we go. You can take a look at all of his spells. Hero of Law. A shimmering air of pure order from your holy symbol at any one target. As a ranged touch attack, chaotic creature struck by an arrow of law takes 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels. Chaotic outsider instead takes 1d6 points of damage per caster level, up to 10. And is dazed for 1 round. I don't know if we'll be fighting those dice very much. Lasting sucker to a wounded creature for as long as the effect lasts. The target receives +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear and death effects. You can choose to end the spell as a swift action for a burst of healing. Huh, interesting. Take control of a target living creature skeleton. The creature has its skeleton rattle within its flesh, causing it grievous harm. Oh, that is kind of disturbing. Seems like summoning will also be kind of his thing, too. Or conjuration. Sure. Remove paralysis could be useful. Seems like protection from alignment, communal. Honestly, conjuration, like transmutation seem to be the main 2 ones he uses. Wait, he gets Scorching Ray too? Oh, see, invisible will probably be useful at some point. Bless and Shield of Faith. Okay. Okay. What is she getting here? Bane. A 5th level Inquisitor can imbue one of her weapons with the Bane weapon special ability as a swift action. A Bane weapon excels against certain foes. Against a designated foe, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2 better than its actual bonus. This deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against such foes. It only functions while the Inquisitor wields the weapon. And dropped or taken, the weapon resumes granting this ability if it is returned to the Inquisitor before the duration expires. This ability lasts for a number of rounds per day equal to the Inquisitor's level. These rounds do not need to be consecutive. Alrighty. Is there like something that determines, or does she get like at that time to declare like humanoid or something? She seems to like her scythe so much. Oh hey, more spells. Oh, one more spell. Castigate. Will the target to beg for forgiveness. On a failed save, the target cowers in fear, and a successful will save it is shaken for 1 round. Each round after, a cowering subject may attempt a new save to end the duration. Or end the effect, maybe. I kind of feel like she would like invisibility. I don't know, given her personality. Also the fact that I'm probably not going to use her that much. Let's see, he likes swords. I think I have a +1 longsword on him. Honestly, longswords are usually fairly common. Oh no, wait, we want to give him point blank shot since he's a freaking mage. That'll let him do any of his ranged spells without, you know, having to worry about that -4 of hitting into melee. Molten Orb. That spell's been there for a while now. We haven't had the option to actually give it to him. Not to anybody, really. Okay, that's everybody's levels. Wait, what? We have a... Oh, it's our stash. Nice. All my shit at Oleg's is it still at Oleg's? Oh no. Oh dang, now that can really lower someone's dexterity. Could probably go visit Oleg's. Let's see, find trap. Yeah, that one's personal. Not too sure about that one. True Strike actually might have some use. I think it'll actually work if I like cast it and then try to have our... Well, like
As it should be.
Okay, I cast a thing, like cast a spell, it works. And she does not have anything to say. Note. Smiles as you approaches. Greetings, how may this humble chosen of the great Serenray help you? About myself, wouldn't know where to begin. Tristian pauses for a moment in thought. You know my name, my faith, I follow the Serenray. I have traveled from the Padishah Empire of Kilish to here. What else would you want to know? You don't strike me as a Kelishite. You have nothing to apologize for. Truly, I have received my name and appearance from my parents, who had come to Kelish from afar. I never knew them, for the fate had separated us when I was young, so I grew up in Kelish, raised by the followers of Serenray. My home is where my heart is, within the temples of the great goddess among the wise and generous men that took upon themselves the care of a child that was so unlike them. I learned mercy and patience at an early age, and it is these virtues which have made me the man I am today. Tristan nods, his eyes light up. Oh yes, no library, no archive, however large, would have ever allowed me to learn so much of the world as I have in my journeys. It was only outside the temple walls I realized every living being is a world into themselves, a world where many contradictions and passions coexist. Each realm leaves its mark on the lives that live there. Only by visiting it, by breathing the same air, walking on the same soil, can you understand its people, what drives them, what frightens them, their dreams, and how they honor their gods. The outside the temple make you uncomfortable? There are many ways to honor one's gods, Rion. It is true shrines play a role in the lives of many of the faithful, but even more find other ways to serve Serenray. The healing light values good deeds above all else. I cannot stand by and watch evil claim others. Rion thinks for a moment, then raises an eyebrow. Perhaps that is another reason why I chose to go on my pilgrimage, leaving behind the temples of Kelesh. My faith is in my heart and in my hands. Millions honor Serenray in her temples, and my soul is filled with joy when I think of their devotions to the goddess. Nevertheless, my path is a different one. Know where you're going next? No, my thoughts were far from it, for my mission here is not yet done. Why do you ask? Do you wish me to leave your lands? Don't you hope you will stay with me as long as you can? The thought of you leaving is not a welcome one. Of course not, you're my comrades now. I trust you completely. I mean, I just appointed you as, like, one of our major advisors. You leaving would kind of suck. You speak as if sharing your heart's affection. If I am dear to you, it's the comrade and us that I too value our friendship. There's more to it, however. Tristan goes silent, shaking his head sadly. Okay, I didn't mean it that way. Tell me of Serenray. This is the goddess of temperance and patience. Solar flame goddess teaches us compassion for the weary and mercy to those who go astray. What would you like to know of her? There's much to tell, but I'm afraid I would miss the mark, and I fear I bore you. Is there anything specific you would wish to know? Serenray is one of Golarian's eldest deities. Once she was an angel that had gathered the armies of her celestial allies behind her. The battle in which she showed her valor decided the fate of the world, and in her victory she was rewarded with divinity. In the sacred test, Serenray is shown as a beautiful bronze-skinned maiden, her hair dancing flame. But her appearance is not what matters, is the grace she brings with her, touching, healing, and salvation. See, her greatest moment of glory is her battle against the monstrous Rovagog. Rovagog, imprisoned since the age of creation, the god Rovagog is also known as the Rough Beast, the Great Destroyer, and the World Breaker. He's only to destroy creation and the other gods, believed to be imprisoned in a state of torpor somewhere deep within Golarion. His increasingly restless stirrings are taken by many to be the cause of volcanic activity and earthquakes. His worshippers are known for embodying the god's dominion over destruction, disaster, and wrath. Alright, you threatened to destroy Golarion. Serenray delivered the strike that staggered the horrendous creature and allowed her allies to shackle it. Once the rough beast was captured, the goddess split the earth and the gods threw the behemoth into the depths. Once it was done, the goddess sealed the pit and commanded her faithful to stay away from the scar that was left in the land. Alas, mortal beings are imperfect. Not even the most faithful among us can always follow their deity's commandments. even when such commandments are meant to save the world and their followers. I for one pray the goddess is never again as fierce as she was with Gormaz. This determined their goddess warring to avoid its location, instead believing Gormaz to be a holy city of Sarenrae. They from all over Casmaron flocked there for millennia, but were slowly corrupted by the imprisoned god Rovagug's dreams. Sarenrae continues sending portents and visions to her faithful in Gormaz during this period, but they were ignored or misinterpreted. She finally sent her herald Kohal to the people of Gormaz in minus 3923 AR, but they had been so corrupted that they destroyed him instead. In an act of great wrath, Sarenrae smote Gormaz with her scimitar, destroying it completely, and creating an enormous rent in the earth that eventually became known as the Pit of Gormaz. From this great chasm have emerged some of the most powerful and destructive creatures in the world's history, and collectively as the spawn of Rovagug. Oh. I just read that, and now he's actually going to tell the story. An error of faith, perhaps a lesson, but it speaks of the danger when one listens to mortal words and one stops listening to their faith. Sarenrae forbade her followers from coming near the place of Rovagug's imprisonment, but some of her priesthood misread her will and began to preach of a sacred place where the mightiest of temples dedicated to the goddess were to be constructed. The people listened to these sermons and went forth to the lands touched by Sarenrae's scimitar. On the scar that sealed the well, they found Gormaz, a holy city that was to become the greatest monument to Sarenrae. Unsurprisingly, after the city was built, faithful from old Golarion traveled there to worship. Sarenrae sent omens and visions urging her followers to leave this dangerous place filled with the dark will of the shackled Rovagug. But in their pride, the people misinterpreted or ignored her signs altogether, for they had already come under Rovagug's influence. Finally, the goddess sent her herald to the city, but the fanatics killed him. Realizing the people had turned from her, the enraged goddess smote Gormaz, raising it from the face of Golarion with a single strike of her scimitar. Today it's called the Pit of Gormaz, a well of pain and suffering. Christian shakes his head. It's a great crevasse in eastern Casmaron. There's a continent to the east of both Avestan and Garund. It is dominated politically by the Empire of Kalesh, a vast realm that extends even into Avestan. Qadira is its westernmost satrapy. The land surrounding it are dead, soaked in poison. The Pit of Gormaz seems bottomless until someone dares to gaze into its depths. All who have dared tell of a strange distant glow, a glow that followed them in their dreams ever since. Throughout all of history, the Pit of Gormaz has spawned creatures, hideous beasts of overwhelming power and driven by only one single desire, to destroy everything they see. Some were defeated, such as the nightmarish Ulunat, whose carapace to this day towers above the capital of Osirian. The first civilization to rise in the wake of Earthfall, Osirian is also one of the greatest empires in the history of Golarion. A nation of great knowledge, wealth, and power. This ancient land harbors pyramids, mummies, terrible curses, and endless sand, as well as a culture steeped in proud traditions. Devout respect for the gods, dedicated to communal service, and unswerving devotion to its rulers, Osirian today is just emerging from millennia of Kelshite rule and regaining the legacy of the pharaohs supplanted by those foreign oppressors. I was about to say, that sounds very Egyptian. Others proved too strong to be defeated by mortal hands. The most terrible of them all was the Tarrasque. Oh god, the Tarrasque. The Armageddon engine, who to this day lies dormant deep beneath Avestan. Alas, yes, terrible battles were once fought between the followers of Nethys. As the all-seeing eyes, a Garundi god who holds knowledge and magic above all, he gained enough power to witness all things in this both fueled his divinity and shattered his mind. He's a god of magic torn between destroying the world with one hand and saving it with the other. Norgorber is known as the once mortal god of thievery and assassination, as well as a keeper of secrets. He's called Reaper of the Reputation by some, but he has more insidious titles amongst worshippers who venerate his other three aspects: Blackfinger's father, Skinsaw, and the Grey Master. He remains an enigma to most, and his true motives are unknown. Many of his own followers remained ignorant of his plans and designs. Norgorber is the only evil god amongst the Ascended. And Sarenrae in this land now known as Rahadome. The nation of Rahadome in northwestern Garund is unusual in that it is the only nation known to have forbidden the practice of any and all religions in the wake of the Oath Wars, which raged centuries ago between the faiths of Nethys, Norgorber. Yep. Oh, what I was just talking about. To my shame, I must admit that this conflict was started by my brothers and sisters. They came to a foreign land to make way for the goddess Light with sword and fire. That calamity became known as the Oath Wars, a catastrophe that left the inheritors of Rahadome to deny all gods, banning all faiths from their lands. Alas, the mortal vessel is imperfect, and even a pure faith may be destroyed by blind ambition. Dersian goes silent for a moment, and great suffering may occur in its name. Good God, we have a whole lot to talk to him about, Sarenrae. Solar Flame Goddess is the light of salvation, even to those who have been forsaken by the other gods. She teaches us mercy and forgiveness for as long as they may be useful to a soul's salvations. And like followers of Sarenrae will try to find good even in a bandit with a knife to their throat. Do not mistake compassion for weakness, Rion. One hand of Sarenrae is shrouded in healing light, the other holds a scimitar. Following their goddess, the priests learn to wield this weapon starting in childhood. They do not hesitate to use it if a dispute cannot be settled peacefully. Sarenrae preaches mercy, yet her compassion is not infinite. We give a second chance to all who ask, but if they reject it, if they persist in their sin, they will face the goddess's retribution. Drasian blindly gazes past you into the distance for several moments, but he speaks again. His voice is quiet, reflective, as if echoing his thoughts. Undeserving of mercy, would even Sarenrae herself find the compassion too? Drasian shudders as if awakening from a trance. Forgive me, your words, they are not easy ones to reconcile, and even a priest such as we debate them to this day. What is the point at which a soul is irredeemable, or is it a failing of the priests themselves? There are difficult questions you ask, Rion, Bahu. Questions wise men have debated for centuries. Does a being that has been tainted by evil to its very roots, that rejects its own salvation, still deserve compassion? Can those compelled to do evil by others still seek forgiveness? There's no easy answers on these issues among Sarenrae's followers. As for me, I believe that every soul carries the potential for goodness within them, no matter the crime. The guilty may find forgiveness if they repent and cast off the evil that led to the deed. I believe this with all my heart, Rion Bahu. Never before have I met a person so noble in spirit. Sarenrae's blessing was upon me the day you came to my aid. I do not agree. There are crimes that cannot go unpunished. I like this idea, even though following that through with it demands a lot of spiritual strength. There's good in everyone. One just has to look deep enough. Even those who feel lost or broken or unrepentant have light in their souls, and it's possible to help them see it. Man, my alignment is the most elocucious about this. Neutral and abstract theory and little to do with real life. It sounds stupid and pathetic. Well, I wouldn't force anyone against their will, although if it has served a good purpose. No, I'm not ready to make such a decision yet. My goddess strives to see the best even in the dark gods. She never abandons the hope of their redemption. The priests of Sarenrae follow her teachings. Akin to the healing light herself who emanates warmth and heeds all the calls of those in need, we aid the suffering in body and spirit throughout Golarion. The priests of Sarenrae are willing to help anyone, no matter the faith of one in need. Each plea must be heard. Every misfortune deserves compassion, be it a peasant seeking a blessing for the harvest or a murderer seeking repentance the night before their execution. Sometimes the mercy of Solar Flame Goddess is the last thing that can save one's soul from ruin. We have no right to withhold it from the truly repentant. My word, we are learning everything about this religion. Many worship Solar Flame Goddess in her temples, some make pilgrimage to the Everlight Oasis, but even those who do not serve the goddess directly rarely shun the festivities dedicated to her, the Sunrot Festival for one. Sarenrae's shrines are often open to the sky and to the goddess' life-bringing sunlight. Her light fills the temple and shrouds the parish in warmth and grants its blessing to all in need. In Kelesh, crowds gather during the services so that all may feel the blessing of the goddess. Those ingenious devices are constructed by some of the faithful to please the goddess. I have seen a temple of Sarenrae which has a complicated array of mirrors, all to direct the light of the sun to the altar. I have never been there, but the stories say the wondrous place, sacred to Sarenrae's faithful. The oasis is located in Zelshabar. It's a satrapy of the Empire of Kelesh. Situated on... Seems like Kelesh is the main, home to this religion. Its claim to fame is that it's the location of the Everlight Oasis, a site of pilgrimage for followers of Sarenrae. Which lies in Casmaron, pilgrims from throughout Golarion travel there, seeking the goddess's blessing. According to legend, the water of the Everlight Oasis are imbued with healing properties, and anyone who bathes in them shall be cured of any ailment. Just imagine a place where people from all around the world come together to worship. What stories they must share. The Sunrot Festival takes place on the day of the summer solstice, when the prayers of her flock can reach Sarenrae the easiest. On this day, Kelesh blooms with color. In each corner of the Padishah Empire, the people praise their goddess by dancing and singing, setting off fireworks and flying kites. Hope this beautiful custom shall one day reach your lands as well, Rion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is not a good thing to say. I've heard rumors. They say that these lands are cursed and the curses are growing stronger, as if something is granting them power. I could not ignore such rumors. Do you not see? Every word uttered in the heat of an argument turns into a prophecy here, just waiting to fulfill itself, and if it were only for the people, the land itself is seething with curses so ancient their origins are impossible to trace. Take the abundant temple of Aristil where we met. What happened to it? What forces compelled the priest to leave such a magnificent temple behind to the whims of nature? Will we ever know? I myself was nearly slain by beasts. Fortunately, you came along following Jod and saved me. I owe you a great debt. From a great distance indeed. When you look at it that way, then yes, but please do not think that I came all the way from Kalesh because of mere curiosity. I was wandering long before that. It's a custom of our faith. The farther our path takes us, the more people we may help. Let's see. Certain race sees all the good gods and goddesses as her allies. Many have fought alongside the goddess against the ravagings of Rovagug, ever still among them. By offering my prayer to Sarenrae, I let her know of my misfortune in the Temple of the Elk. The merciful goddess did not ignore my plea, but whom could have she asked for aid than Aristil, whose faith is strong in this land? Aristil had sent Jod a sign, and you came just in time to rescue me. To tell the truth, I was certain my journey was at an end, and those creatures were to be the death of me. So much time here. What do you think the future holds for these lands? These are cruel lands. As I came here, I bore witness to much pain and suffering, but I have seen equal kindness among those seeking to protect themselves and their loved ones. The people of the stolen land are resolute and true to themselves. I admire their strength. Alas, I do not know yet what powers the curses that flourish in this land, but I swear I will not leave until I have the answer and means to cleanse them. You must forgive me for not swearing on Sarenrae's name, but as of late I have troubled the goddess too much as it is, and I would better serve her through action, not prayer. Call yourself the chosen of Sarenrae. What do you mean by that? Sorry, that was a mere jest. Other acolytes in my temple used to tease me with that title. This should tell you how pious and devoted I was compared to them. And yet my faith is strong. Sarenrae knows this and protects me in times of great peril. If something ever threatens my life by her divine powers, I'm transported to a safe location. I guess that means that he's one of the... Like, he basically is a Platinum-born character and can't actually die. Oh, what'd you do to be exit?
For a caress, the prosperity of the house and the honor.
Oh wait, we already had this conversation.
My father was furious. I'd set up. Don't imagine that I asked
Yep.
for pity. I believe I can manage to uphold the law. Being a warden would suit me well.
Okay. Oh, hey, Harim's hanging out here. Harim looks down, strokes his beard a few times before answering. I'm not sure, Rion Bahu. They'll likely bring nothing but pain. I suspect I will regret going to the ruins. But nevertheless, I ask, please take me there. Alrighty. Yeah, we've already ran into that with the frickin' weir rats.
Hello, my savior. You asked if
Oh,
we
hey.
meet again, and here I am. I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power? I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I.
Oh, hey.
Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lord, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you. Forgive me, nymphs are not made for cities. The noise and vanity of human settlements vex me.
Well, fine then.
I will answer all your questions, but there, in the silence of my asylum.
I guess we'll go with this. Alright. Dark-skinned, wiry man with a weather-beaten face and a happy smile on his face. He's dressed luxuriously, and his dark hair and neat mustache are exquisitely coiffured. The man bows to you, spreading his arms a little. Myself from Absalon is happy to welcome you, your grace. Come take a look at the best wares we traveling merchants have to offer. Please, come take a look. I guess we might as well see what he's got. Oh, gosh. Reem would probably love that, but that's really expensive for a flaming bastard sword. That sounds awesome. He has 1,000 quarterstaffs. Okay. It's a... Oh, it's a rapier. Well, that's probably something for Valerie at some point. Change here +2. Ooh! I would really like that for Rion. I don't know if that will actually, like, work alongside the cloak. Interesting. Oh. I don't really have animal companions. Don't know if that's better or worse. Let's grant the wearer +1 bonus to combat maneuver defense against disarm attempts. If the wearer has the weapon training ability and is wielding weapon, it gives a bonus too. That bonus increases by +1. We haven't really ran into people who cause disarm. Okay, that'll probably be useful. Ooh, okay, that would be really good for our clerics. Ooh, nifty. Ooh, cure serious wounds are starting to show up. Oh, fireball. A classic. Ooh, we're gonna want haste at some point. Yeah, it's a level 3 spell. Wand of fireball. Oh, that would be amazing too. We can buy build points here apparently too. Probably something to really take note of. Probably gonna want that. You're always gonna want. You never know when you need. Oh, yeah, add a rope. You never know when you need rope. Where can we oh wait, we didn't get like all of his talk options done. My pleasure, your grace. The merchant smooths his mustache and commences his story with an air of importance, speaking in sonorous voice, gesturing wildly. Hasso's family was not rich, and he, as many in Absalon, had to start from the very bottom. As a child, while his peers cheeked pigeons and stole apples at the market, he worked at a tannery. Oh, I can still smell this disgusting stench. And was that heavily perfumed handkerchief and weighs it in the air? Well, the apprentice worked hard, saved every coin, soon managed to purchase that tannery from his former master. Then, as soon as he had enough money, he opened his own trading agency. After 10 years, countless deals, and many tours in his caravan, Hasso was one of the most successful merchants in Absalon, thus writing his name indelibly in the history of the great city. Mission looks at you with pleasure. Well, how was that? I'm looking for a writer so I can dictate my memoirs. I think many will find it interesting and useful to learn more about me. There is no secret. Perseverance, strength of character, attention to detail, the gift of persuasion, charm. All this, among many other things, are the key to success in my profession. But if I did have a secret, who would I be to share it with anyone? Why did you leave Absalon, Senator of Global Trade, for some young barony in the Stolen Lands? That's a long story. I don't think your Grace would be interested. The mission groans theatrically. Very well, as you wish, Your Grace. It's about a woman. When I was still young, I fell in love with the daughter of a judge, an important person in Absalom. For many years, I tried to win her heart, but she was cold as stone. I should have given up, but this is not in my character. In the end, I did manage to win her love, but I was unready for it. Asaf swallows and rubs the back of his head. As Abadar is my witness, the flames of hell burn inside this woman. I couldn't live with her for even 6 months. Tenderness and passion one day, screaming and scandal the next. Sometimes she would break into my office during business meetings to make a jealous scene, and sometimes pull me by my collar from the finest taverns in town. I couldn't sleep. I was nervous all the time. It started to affect my business, as there was nothing else to do but run. Leaving her and remaining in the city would be impossible, even such a city as Absalom. I decided never to return, and I still fear that wildcat of a woman will follow my trail. Asa stops talking and stares into space without blinking. Although sometimes after a couple of jars of wine, I still remember her. Perhaps it was I who unleashed this tornado in her, and somehow I behaved differently. Alrighty. My tiefling girl looks as though she's made of springs. She cannot stand still for a moment. She nods her head, snaps her fingers, and taps her feet to an inner whirling song. Seeing you, she quickly waves her hands and breaks into a wide smile and immediately starts jabbering. Your Grace, welcome! What do you want? Scrolls? I have them. You won't regret it. The suppliers will bring more scrolls for sale if you manage to attract more mages to your land. More mages, more demand, and more goodies for you. So go build them libraries and we'll both profit from it. Could you perhaps speak a bit more slowly? Sure, as you wish. Zarsi, the letter gobbler at your service. The girl bows with a wide smile. Best spells, charms, jinxes, and hexes for the best baron across all the river kingdoms. Buy it all and don't be stingy, you won't forget it. It's a family business. I've got siblings across all Mendev. They pinch they're very creative suppliers, and I sell it all. Get it now, don't hesitate, my goods are great. She does not have any, oh wait, there we go. Of acid, scroll of beast shape. She has a lot of scrolls. Scroll of Create Pit? It's a level 2 conjuration spell. An extra dimensional hole with a depth of 10 feet per 2 caster levels. Since the pit extends into another dimension, the pit has no weight and it does not otherwise displace the original underlying material. You create the pit on the deck of a ship as easily as in a dungeon floor or the ground of a forest. Any large or smaller creature standing in the area where you first conjured the pit must make a reflex saving throw to jump to safety in the nearest open space. In addition, the edge of the pit are sloped, and any creature ending its turn on a square adjacent to the pit must make a reflex saving throw with a +2 bonus to avoid falling into it. Creatures subject to an effect intended to push them into the pit, such as Bull Rush, do not get a saving throw to avoid falling in if they are affected by the pushing effect. Creatures who fall into the pit take falling damage as normal, 1d6 bludgeoning damage per 10 feet. To climb the pit's coarse stone walls, a creature needs to make a successful athletics or mobility skill check with a DC of 25. When the duration of the spell ends, creatures within the hole rise up with the bottom of the pit until they are standing on the surface over the course of a single round. Interesting. Let's see. More fireball, flare burst. Let's see. She does have a lot of scrolls, doesn't she? Wand of Days. Wand of Ray of Sickening. Yeah, that's all of her wands, I guess.
In due time.
Oh, hey. How do you manage to look so gorgeous even when you're out in the middle of nowhere? Oh, so you've noticed. My appearance is the result of daily effort. And it's not easy. Do you know how much time it takes to create good makeup or to mend a dress even with the help of magic? Oh, if you wake up early an hour before dawn or so, you can actually check on me. You'll see how I prepare myself for a new day. Oh, dude, the flower of the stolen land. You're as beautiful as you are dangerous. You strike down monsters with your spells. You strike down people with your beauty. Apparently, we're trying to be a bard. Sure put a lot of effort into this, but the results make it worthwhile. So much effort, though that's your business. I've heard that you get enough rest. Stop wasting your time on this nonsense. You bet. You know I like to feel attractive even while we're on the march. Feels so good to be a beauty in the group of barely washed and extremely reckless young gentlemen. You're my thorn and I'm your rose. See, I think it's grand. You have a fine gang of lunatics here. I myself am no noble from high society. But seriously, Octavian, I never dreamed of a leader like you. Imagine we'd sit in the woods and rob wagons, maybe join a band of mercenaries, but we never expect to become the henchman of a local ruler. Not to mention such a pretty one. Let's see. Don't think that we already know they're kind of in a slightly open relationship, so that's not really gonna be a matter. Yeah, I guess. And what if it's not a joke, huh? I'm joking or am I? We can discuss it later, another time and place. Alrighty. Okay, so that's where Hareem hangs out here. Oh, hey, the maypole. Yeah, that's our place. I'm just trying to see, like, all the different locations we could have out here. Oh, yeah, there's Valerie. Oh, she doesn't have anything to say. See, a stout man suited in well-worn armor. His face is framed with silvery stubble, and his fleshy nose is red and pockmarked. He radiates perfect calm as you approach. He bows respectfully and with dignity. Harland, your grace, captain of the city guard. Delia, assistant to the captain. Happy to serve you, your grace. Don't remember hiring a guard captain or any guards for that matter. Came here from rest stop, a dozen of my best guards, by order of Lady Jamandi Eldori. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Hope you're feeling better. Your Grace, I hired the rest from among the locals. Don't you worry, Your Grace. We are now the subject of the barony. We've sworn to serve you faithfully and loyally, and you can count on us. Besides, we draw our salary from your chests. The captain looks at the female guard, raising his brow, then sighs and looks at you. Of course, every one of us is ready to die protecting Your Grace, but there's still some work to be done when it comes to discipline. You know that dwarven Oliver, Baldric Zebras, Garlic Tundras, name escapes me. My boneheads used to read his books about guard duty right on guard duty. I had to teach them a lesson or two. Of course, Your Grace, I've been a guard all my life. Started a snot-nosed rut in the Night's Watch. Restov is famous for its fencing schools. Young people from all the River Kingdoms came to study there. Since every other person has a sword, and every third thinks they know how to use it better than all the rest. A misspoken word or drunken fight can quickly lead to a stabbing rampage. That's why there are so many guards in the city. They don't accept just anyone. Lady Jamandi took note of my achievements and marked me for advancement. That's why I'm here. As for Delia, found her on the street about a decade ago. Remember vividly. Tiny dwarf girl sitting on the temple steps, dirty face, barefoot, feeding a piece of bread to a stray cat. I saw her and my heart missed a beat. Captain looked away. Where she's from, who left her alone, and why, only Ura still knows. As she grew, I tried to send her to learn a craft, but who can talk sense into a dwarf? She wanted to be a guard, and that's that. And so now I'm teaching her myself. Luckily, she has a head on her shoulders and a fair bit of strength. There are sufficient munition and supplies, Your Grace. Salary is fair. We have enough to buy toys for the kids and a jug of beer when the shift is done. Of course, the town is growing. It'd be nice to expand the ranks, but we can manage ourselves. That's probably going to change throughout the game, isn't it?
That is not far.
Oh, yeah, this is where Trissian and Jod hang out, I guess. What?
In due time.
Probably shouldn't steal from our citizens. Ruffy's like... Okay, that's leaving the region. Don't you know you? When in rich gold embroidered clothes, it looks like more like chainmail. I guess not. I greet you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the color of molten gold, shine brightly in her dusky face. Greeting, noble ruler of these lands. My name is Aris No. I am a messenger from the Temple of Abadar in Absalom. I came here assuming the citizens of your young barony could use the services of a priest. I mean, sure. I see why I'm here. Oh, okay. She sells the priest gear stuff and scrolls. Tell you various divine spell scrolls. They're quite useful. If you don't have anyone in your party who can read them, while you're in the settlement, or indeed any place with a cleric. Oh yeah, we already know about this kind of stuff from Jod. With pleasure, Abadar is the city of the god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth. The core of his teachings is simple. Law and order allow civilization to develop, which allows people to live in peace and prosperity. If Eris still favors old customs, small settlements, and the simple trades like hunting, then Abadar patronizes development, complex trade order, and entrepreneurship. Apparently she's an Aasimar, so it's easy to tell, isn't it? Yes, I'm an Aasimar, though I'm not sure how or when the blood of Celestials appeared in my family. Among all my relatives and known ancestors, I'm the only one who inherited it. Must admit, I'm glad that this lot fell to me. It draws more attention to me, a useful trait for a priest who wishes to gather a congregation. Now, it's a long story, not a terribly exciting one. I was born and raised in Absalom, but I saw little point in staying there. What's the purpose in promoting the faith of Abadar in a city already so large and well-developed? Now I was drawn to backwater places where civilization was just beginning to emerge. It gives me such joy to see the first stones of new settlements being laid, or to see wilderness that once harbored monsters and criminals become a safe, cozy home for people. So your help says, why do you charge for your services? Part of Abadar's philosophy, the rules of trade and exchange developed for a reason. They help bring order to our world, and they mustn't be broken without need. The opportunity to get what one desires for no effort has a corrupting effect on the soul. Alrighty. Oh, hey, we found Casey. A tense silence hangs over the house. Casey, your tiefling friend, emerges from the shadows, but her eyes are staring into the distance. She seems to look right past you. No, not now. The turmoil is suddenly over, but you see fear in Casey's eyes, her blue eyes. It's you, I want to say I... Oh, hey, we passed our knowledge, arcana. It's surely not regular travel between planes. I knew it couldn't last forever. Why did he even make this rule if he knew it would be impossible to keep? She takes a deep breath, opens her eyes, and speaks with firm resolve. Come what may, you should know, Riambahu. That person you know by the name of Casey does not exist. My real name is Kalike, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce that. And well, it's a long story, and such stories are better told beside a welcoming fire. Will you hear me out? Girl rests her head on her arm and stares off into the distance, lost in memory. Stories by the fire in the desert where I was born. My fondest memory, when the day is done, hosts and guests, parents and children, friends and rivals all gather by the fire under the stars to tell their tale. We're not gathered by the fire at the moment, though. I guess we have a candle. All they did, all they witnessed, all they heard from their travels, from other travelers, and the whispers carried by the desert winds. My sister and I often snuck to hear these stories, hiding in the shadows just beyond the circle of light and warmth. We are hellspawn, you see. Tieflings are unwelcome guests in Kadira, unblessed by the light of merciful Serenray. We grew up sleeping in the common tent, scavenging food here and there like orphans, all but outcasts and disowned. We were 13 when we left, and set off to find happiness in the cities, and everyone we left behind sighed with relief. My sister and I, we are twins, as different as the sun and moon. Her name is Canera, which means silent flame. She is fire, a coal fire, but one that turns everything to ash. I am a river. It brings me joy to give water to tired travelers and nurture green shoots, but when I flood, I am bound to bring death. The girl's eyes are full of sorrow. Despite our differences, we are one. Our lives belong to divine Nethys, and by his mercy we now live in turns. But one of us is here, the other sleeps in another plane, and when she wakes up, we switch places, just as you have witnessed. Okay, then. Oh yeah, that's the Mad God one. So is this why you didn't remember me when we were talking to Jamandi Aldori? How could I remember you? I never met you at the time. That was Kinera. She was the one who talked to you at the reception and helped you fight off the assassins. We usually write each other notes recounting in detail all that happened and describing any friends that Casey had made, but that time we switched right in the middle of a mansion engulfed in fire and filled with assassins. Kinera didn't have time to write any notes. And how you began to live in turn. This story is one I've never told to anyone before. Knowing the whole world, and it's not easy to confide in a stranger. There's too much grief and guilt in it. If you don't mind, I'd rather not go into details. You see, my sister died, and I couldn't get over it. Kinera was killed by a soul eater. Okay, I guess this is why we keep having the whole, loading screen talking about soul eaters show up. A monster summoned by secret followers of Abaddon's archdemons. Those who summoned him died in the fight, but the beast was too strong for my sister, and I wasn't even there to protect her. We just had a fight and we both did something stupid just before, but I don't want to talk about that now. When I found out what happened to my sister, I was ready to make a deal with any power, if only I could just get her back, and I found such a power. I was contacted by the Arcanothane. There's a woman-shaped cloud of swirling energy. This creature serves as the Herald of Nethys, a supernatural creature created in a moment of lucidity by an insane omniscient god. The Arcanothane is often left to her own devices when her master does not need her, and wanders Golarion in the plane searching for new sensations and meaning to her existence and that of the multiverse. Herald of the god Nethys himself, she promised she would return Kinera to life, but on two conditions. First, we must both keep the arrangement a secret. Second, we would never be able to meet again, and so our new life began. Now we flee through the world, guarding our stake, always introducing ourselves as Kaisi to hide that there are two of us. We have such places with each other at random. While one lives, the other sleeps in a demi-plane, one created specifically for us. No, we can't. They happen at random, most often while we're sleeping, but sometimes in broad daylight. That's why we can never stay in one place for long. When someone witnesses us switch, we usually tell them a tale of a special magical way of traveling. But people start noticing strange things and begin to figure things out. Truth be told, I'm so tired of having to pretend. We knew this couldn't last forever, and now the truth is finally out. What's the point in all this? Yeah. Yes, will you make me regret this, Rio and Bahu? I just thought you might be someone who could help my sister and me change our fates. Okay, what can we do to help? That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Kinera was supposed to tell you of an ancient treasury that we've been looking for. Gold isn't the only thing of value in this place. It may contain an ancient relic taken by the Taldan raiders from a respected Kadiran temple of Nethys. The Emperor of Taldor once stretched from the Arcadian Ocean to the border of the Padishah Empire of Kalesh. Eredin himself was said to walk among the people of Taldor, and his religion, a shining beacon into the world, radiated outward from Taldor's gilded capital of Opara. Taldor's ancient armies of exploration established footholds for the Empire throughout Golarion, and its mighty phalanxes marched for thousands of miles during the Shining Crusade to beat back the Whispering Tyrant. Now Taldor is a stunted remnant of its former glory, having lost control of its daughter territories and is almost ignored by the powerful countries of today, which assumed it will continue its slow decline for at least another century. It's an unusual relic called the Disc of the Eclipse. I once heard a beautiful story that it was created from the shadows that hide the sun and the moon, but I don't think that could be the truth. Nethys is the god of magic who was once a mortal wizard, and relics from his temples are usually very powerful. There are many among his followers who think that solving the mysteries of magic, even rivaling this deity, the best way to serve him. One such follower created the disc long ago in a distant past. According to legends, it gave its owner control over planar travel, but only pairs of wizards bound by unbreakable ties could use it. While one of them traveled at the planes, the other was his anchor in our world, and they could switch between. Do you see now why we so desperately wish to find the disc? Might help us understand how the switch between me and Kinera works, and it should make our divine patron happy. Nethys and his assistant value the desire to understand the mysteries of magic above all else. And how this disc come to be in the Stolen Lands? It is brought here by Taldans from the 5th Army of Exploration. Taldor and Kadira were enemies for ages. Thousands of years ago, a soldier broke into the Temple of Nethys and stole the relic, to sell it or secretly hoard it as an heirloom. Hundreds of years later, its own kin, or the kin of its 100th buyer, brought the disc to the strange lands where the Taldans had come, uninvited as usual, which they finally vanished from with little trace. Sometimes history is an intricate lace. You never guess where it begins and where it ends. It was called Sorrowflow in the chronicle we read. It was once a Taldan town founded by the veterans of the 5th Army of the Exploration. It stood on the shores of a turbulent river, and that was what destroyed it. One night, a terrible flood devastated the settlement, killing many and driving the rest to flee. Only the tower on the cliff remained, which was too high for the flood to reach. Water covered the ruins for a long time, but last year receded. My friends found a chronicle which recounted the destruction of the city, and it spoke of the disk of the eclipse which was kept there. Managed to track down the ruins, but were frightened away by the monsters and beasts that roamed the area. Thank you. I'll wait for you there at Sorrowflow. Please, let's explore the ruins together, just the two of us. I don't want to give myself away again in front of your companions. Breaking the Arcano Thane's condition once was enough. I have no wish to anger our gods. So long. Okay then. So I'm gonna guess if we want her to join us, we have to go through her quest. I hear a Kiba. Okay, well, some of the houses seem kind of weird. Okay, we're back to Hassif. I've been in this house yet, I think. Oh, that's what that is over there. Alright.
As it should be.
Okay, let's head to the bar. Oh, wait. No, there's a... Yeah, this guy. Young dwarf, red-haired, neat, and surprisingly clean-shaven, stands leaning against a sledgehammer. He's busy reading some books, but as you approach, he looks up and bows slightly. Greetings, Your Grace. I'm Verdell, blacksmith. What can I do to help you? Cold iron gear. Still haven't seen silver, though. Adamantine full plate? Holy crap. As I recall, that's usually like the top tier type armor you can get. At least one of them. Oh yeah, and Mithril. And Mithril gives... Oh, Mithril is basically the same, except it has better armor check penalty and max dexterity bonus. Interesting.
Due time.
Okay.
That is not far.
Of course, this is where Amiri is hanging out. Oh, so is Anarael. Hey, Chief! What's on your mind? She doesn't. Nothing new from her. Yeah, I think we already talked to her about that. Oh, she's the Fu character. Okay. Oh, you're great. Love to talk, especially about myself. I hail from the River Kingdoms, Artum to be precise. I'm from a farming family, like just about everyone from around there. There's more fertile lands and pasture there than anywhere in the River Kingdom, except for maybe 7 Arches. The folks who grow crops and tend cattle are well respected there, but at the same time they live in constant danger. There's too many bad people, too lazy to work all day, but don't mind taking other people's things. I was bored, please don't get me wrong. It was fine at Father's farm, and I've got nothing but respect for farmers' work. But in our back country, you could go half a year without seeing one new face. No news, nothing happening. I've dreamed of working at an inn since I was a child. That's the kind of place where there's lots of guessing stories. Oh, don't ask, it's too funny. I kept thinking about what name to pick, choosing just the right one, but not one to waste time. I drew a beer mug on the door. I figured folks would just see it and come on in, so the locals got used to calling the place the Beer Mug Inn, so the name stuck. A month wouldn't be long enough to tell you to tell it all, Your Grace. Each kingdom is a special place all its own. Elves live in one of them, another one half of the country belong to the Murderers Guild, and the other half gives them their orders. They say they even get local discounts. There's just one thing that unites us all, like a strong thread keeps a quilt together, is the Six Rivers freedom. Yes, the first freedom. Say what you will, I live free. It doesn't mean you won't get beaten up for what you say, though. Second freedom, well, if you can call it a freedom. Oath breakers die. Those who break oaths get killed just like that, so people prefer not making any oaths at all. The third freedom, walk any road, float any river. Once the ruler of High Bar decided to build a gate across the river and collect a fee from each passing boat. Now there's no more High Bar. The fourth freedom is even worse than the second one. Courts are for kings. Whatever a king says, go. Now, as long as he doesn't say to build a gate across a river. Now for the fifth, slavery is an abomination. Nothing to explain there. Runaway slaves from all over come to us for a reason. And the sixth, you have what you hold. It means that theft is a much worse crime than robbery, if you catch my drift. You can honestly beat a robber and keep what's yours, but a thief acts on the quiet. Shame on him. That's just disrespectful. Alrighty then. Okay. I'm trying to not kleptomanically, steal from our people. That would be wrong. Discard a body poem about the origin of the name Stag Lord. So, scattered ink stain suggests that Lindsay may have spent some time here. I'll just say, where the heck is Lindsay? Here again. I guess upstairs, maybe? Alright, Jathal.
Follow my
random citizens.
This is not possible.
Of course I rolled a freaking 2.
It is finished.
Well, that time I rolled well.
Interesting.
I didn't... Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's an exotic weapon, too. Right on the wall, Dory, Sertova, beer! I'm surprised Lindsay isn't here. We clearly need to go talk to Bokon. We really need to find like a treasurer. We have a door back here. Where does it go? Hey, magic flail. Give that to Harim. Okay, that's just our personal stash. Can't do that until the others are done with their stuff. So I guess... Okay, yeah, we already did those. Oh, it showed like what position they can hold. I guess some of them we just don't have access to yet. Oh, whoops. Okay, time to leave then. Got some places to check out. The stash. I'll keep this team for now, since you know we have that mission for Harim. When we actually have to do like the main story quest stuff, we'll probably swap back. And there's Bald Hilltop. So if we go to these spots. Oh, we claim it for 15 BP, alright. Take us a day to reach the trading post. Oh, that's the place he wants to go to. All right.
Need to catch my breath.
Oh, we've almost made it.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
All according to plan.
Here's my stash. Court Alchemist? That'd be a first. Hi, go up, man. You've been kind to me. Kill those damn spiders, brought in old man to berries. I'll work for you. Just one thing, though. Need a new laboratory. Someplace to keep all my bottles and ingredients. A workshop, yes. And as for me, don't worry, I'll do my part. He doesn't have anything to say, I guess. Nope. Just making sure there's nothing new here. Actually, look at that time. I guess this is actually a decent spot for us to leave off for the night. So we did get our new alchemist, and I guess tomorrow we get to explore and find some new adventures as the Baron of the land. So, thank you all for coming on up. Hopefully I'll see you again.